heard about a place where we could find mentor refreshment, find a place where we could spend time with somebody to maybe help us sort out some of the burdens that we'd been feeling in our marriage and in the pressures of working with a small church and working with a bigger ministry that we've been working with. And so we were told about Standing Stone, and we considered it. I had some reservations though. Well, I've never been crazy about the idea of sharing deep personal things with someone who wasn't already established as a good and trusted friend. And so that part was a little uncomfortable to me. I didn't want to be put in a position where I felt like I had to share things that I didn't really want to share, because I think in many ways I can be a very private person.
Well, I'd been through a lot of health problems, and I was really tired, and I was feeling some anger in some ways towards Pat, and so I was actually looking forward to an opportunity to just see if maybe we could find some ways to talk to each other, find some ways that we could understand each other. So I was looking forward to it.
We were treated wonderfully, but I think what I immediately think about is that they've become dear friends, and it's been now over 2 years that we have known our mentors, and we have developed a very close personal relationship with them, and it continues. From that relationship, our sort of self-analysis and remembering what we've talked about and looking forward to other things that we need to address in our lives has continued.
One of the first things that they did for us was bring us into the house, show us where we were going to stay, and basically told us that their time clock was our time clock, that if we needed to sleep, we were to sleep. If we wanted to go outside and do things, we were free to just call the shots, and that really helped to know that they were there for us, that they were concerned about us, that they wanted to minister to us. So that helped a lot. I really felt loved and cared for, just again at the very beginning, knowing that they were here for us. I think a lot of times when you're in ministry, it's hard to have safe people to talk to. Sometimes things aren't going so well where you're at, or even you're having some issues within yourself, and it's hard to know who's safe to talk to. So it was really freeing to be able to maybe have some negative feelings or some concerns that you knew could be verbalized but not judged, and not wanting to bring harm to your own ministry, not bring harm to any people that you're close to, but just to know that you could maybe sort through some things and sort through some feelings and identify some things that maybe need to be set straight. It was just
a safe place, and they were safe people to be with, and we needed that safety net. We needed the ability to go far away from home and church environment where we were sort of given the freedom to say what needed to be said to each other, to verbalize things about other members of our church leadership and structure and issues that have been burdens, and kind of get those out, and then be with people who were very experienced, very wise, and that the earmark of their wisdom was that they were such great listeners.
What's been wonderful is the mentoring relationship does continue since we've been there. It's been 2 years for us now, and we get a phone call from our mentor periodically, and it's been good, just a friendly call to see how we're doing. They're our friends now. It's not like they're the counselor calling us. It is accountability, but it's from a friend, from someone who really cares about us, cares about our marriage, who cares about where we're at in our ministry life, in our family life. And so really appreciate that they still keep tabs on us and are interested in our lives.
Having been in ministry for a long, long time at multiple levels, is a firm belief of mine that we all need this type of relationship. We need this kind of opportunity to have truth brought into our lives through fellow believers who purposefully learn about you, learn about what's important to you together and individually, and then purposefully try and help you work through a forward motion, moving ahead, not dwelling on past issues, not getting stuck in the mire of church issues and problems. Churches are all like people. They all have a personality. They'll have good days and bad days. Well, I think that every individual I've known who's been in ministry has had points in their life when they really need a safe place to sort through their life, and it's so important that it's done together with their spouse. There are retreats, there are sort of ministry rejuvenation opportunities that I've heard of that are, a day or two or a weekend, and I think especially those of us involved in church life where we hear about, a couple's retreat or a weekend here, a weekend there. The purpose and intent of this week-long interaction with just one other couple who are focused on you and focused on who you are and what you're up to and where you need to get to, you need that week, and you need that relationship as it carries forward. But you need a week to get comfortable in a new environment, although they take care of you just unbelievably. But you need it to be able to release fear, to embrace the warmth of the environment, and then to adjust and allow yourself to really breathe out what needs to get out. And so I just want to emphasize that the full week is a key that has made a great deal of difference, I think, in this ministry and the way that they perform it.
And after you've breathed out, it's really important what you're breathing in. There was a lot of refreshing and renewal. There were there was a lot to take in besides good food. There was a lot that ministered to our hearts, to our minds, to our emotions. It was a time to rest. It really was a restful time. Nice to get out of just the routine of everyday life. So all those things are important.